While we're speaking about gun laws and gun safety, there was a shooting in Indiana, the Indiana Mall food court. Let's talk about that a little bit. So first of all, what do you guys know about this so far?
Eyes, I don't know much. I haven't been done any digging
So
into this.
News
I
from
say
suburban.
oh, go ahead. Let's watch the clip and then we can go over it. But yeah, I know pretty much everything about it.
Okay.
Breaking news from suburban Indianapolis. 3 people have been shot to death inside of a mall there. This is in Greenwood,
Jesus.
just to the south of Indianapolis. Police say a man with a rifle opened fire in a food court. He had
A
several
rifle?
magazines of ammunition. An armed civilian shot and killed the man. Police say he stopped the gunman almost as soon as he began shooting. 2 other people were hurt, but they are expected to recover.
Mm, good for that person.
I got a
Like
lot I want to say on this.
that's how it's supposed to work.
But once again, he grew up shooting someone that's very comfortable. Now he shot the guy at 40 yards, which is 120 feet.
Woo! My man,
10
Jesus.
shots. Now, somebody that shoots lots of shot a lot, that is still not an easy shot, especially now. I'm not sure if he had a full size pistol or if he had a compact like what I carry. But in a crowded mall area,
That's impressive as
Jesus.
shit. That is impressive as shit. And
so
wait,
he
what?
reacted instantly. His girlfriend that was with him was a nurse, and as soon as he got the guy down, she started rendering aid to the other people until paramedics got there. So it's an example of two very prepared people that saved a lot of lives.
Legally carrying a firearm. See, this is how it's supposed to be. Now, if everybody's just got a gun going around and everybody sees this man shooting, everybody's shooting at everybody. Like there's
Well,
chaos, there's panic. I don't know, man.
it's like when
Granted,
I got mine, like I mean, LA probably has something the same. Like I have to have this on me at any time I go anywhere in case I get pulled over or anything. Like I have to have this with me. Now with constitutional carry, it's just a different thing. Now CCW like this allows me to carry in it's like 42 or 43 states. It's a little different than just a constitutional carry like in Ohio.
right.
So there are some differences to it as well.
I'm so
Jeez.
stuck. You said 140 feet, 120
Bro,
feet.
you know
120
what
feet.
40 yards is? You know football. 40 yards, my guy. 40 yards.
And
That's he said bap bap from 40 yards. I would
Uh,
have there's no way.
I don't
like he
know.
took 10 shots, like but see at 40 yards with a full size pistol, which I'm assuming is what he had, that's very doable. Like very, very doable.
I carry my compact. Like I'm not carrying a full size pistol. Like I'm sorry. I'm assuming he has a compact, and that's
I'm
impressive.
assuming he has a compact too. I don't know if I can assume that he had a full pistol. Like, because
A lot more people carry full sizes than you think, and it also just depends on your size, where you carry it.
Was he a bigger guy? Do we know what he looks
Oh,
like?
he's like about like me, about my height, about my size,
And
100.
you think he's carrying a full size around? Like you can't conceal that.
if I had 10 shots,
Well, that's why I think because like my compact is an 8+1. That's pretty normal for a subcompact. So if he was shot 10 shots, I would assume he's got a full size, but
Mine's got 10, but it's extended.
maybe he just had that. I don't know. That's all irrelevant. But either way, this is instances like this with shootings going up. Why I think that there needs to be more comfortable, awful people carrying guns because this is a sad story that 3 people died and 5 were injured, but it could have been so much worse.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
everybody's
extra ammo.
And
Extra,
Jesus.
food court's just a killing field. I mean, there's nowhere to hide.
yeah. Like
That was
the
my whole
Jesus.
thing when going in high school. I gotta preface this by saying I never thought about shooting up a school and everything, but I think it will be super easy to. Because if you look at a
Would
school like Central, um, we don't have like metal detectors or anything.
hmm
If you just put guns in your bag and wait till like lunch or something, I feel like it would be super easy to kill a ton of people.
I mean, honestly, when you think about any of those places, it's really easy. I mean, if you just move fast,
I
you
think
get inside.
schools still have police officers there. You
How
feel me?
many
And
though?
that
2 police officers.
We only
but
got
that
one.
police. You said what?
I said we
I
only
know
got one.
Central only had one, but if you remember every lunch period, unless something was happening around the school, that guy was actually in the middle of where you're talking about. You know what
I
I mean?
didn't have any police officers. I never had a cop at any of my schools.
That's wild. We've had a cop since middle school. That's
Yeah,
wild.
no, all the way through high school in Toledo, I never had a cop at any of the schools I ever attended.
Oh wow.
Which is wild to me, but
That is wild.
I don't know.
In
I just
Nate's
feel like it's
scenario-
just too easy at that age.
It is. Well, they are. I don't know enough about this, but I have seen articles for different schools. They are starting to require at certain schools that they carry clear backpacks only. It's
That
slowly
sounds fire.
become. I have heard that so that they can't hide things in their backpacks.
I mean, it makes sense. But like, people won't even let their kids wear fucking masks to school. You think they're gonna buy a clear backpack? Like, that's not gonna fly.
I don't know enough about it to know how many places it's been done, but I just remember seeing a video of at least one school that had that.
I have two
That's not a bad
questions
idea.
on this topic though. First question is, what happened to dude that shot the guy? Are there any like civil criminal charges being put against him? And my second
No.
question is,
Oh, they're
My
like
second-
stealing. Go ahead, sorry.
hold on, my second question is, so this dude walked into the mall with rifles and nobody saw him? There wasn't a cop in the mall? Like, nobody had questions about this dude walking around with rifles?
That is the only thing I did not read to answer your second question first. I do not even know what gun the assailant had. I'm not sure. I don't know if he had a handgun, if he had a rifle.
They said rifle.
I just always assume rifle in situations like this.
They said
said
they said rifle with extra magazines, right?
Yeah,
In
that's
the
what they said.
Okay, so
Right.
yeah, what was your first question again? I'm blanked. I'm sorry.
were there any civil criminal charges put against him? Dude
No,
shot a guy in public. Like,
He's
that-
actually like being hailed as like a town hero right now.
The real hero of the day is
Wow.
the citizen.
Yeah.
lawfully
No,
carrying
if anything,
firearms.
he's probably gonna get an accommodation for that shit.
Stop
like
this
did all his bullets only hit that guy? Did he accidentally kill anyone else? Like, what's happening?
Oh, he didn't. But that once again, that goes back to my concern from earlier.
Yeah.
I've never even shot enough with you, LA, to know if I would be like, comfortable with you taking that shot. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't have taken that shot. I get the fuck out of there.
me
Yeah,
though.
He's far away enough, 40 feet, I can get away. Me and mine are getting away. I'm sorry.
I'm taking that shot.
I'm not. This is not my fight. Like, my job is to get me and my family home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It is.
That's a tough situation right there. If you're how far away at a certain point as a person who's carrying, what is the question starts to become how comfortable are you with taking that shot? Let's say if everybody scatters away from this person, so it's clearly just him and you still have the shot, but you're far away and you feel like you should just get your family out of there in that situation or in Nate's
Well,
situation.
I would split though. I would instantly tell Stacy to run, and then I would go engage.
See,
I mean, that's just.
I feel like
I don't know.
40 is too far away.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
but see, I wouldn't probably stay at that spot. I would try to get closer, take a defensive cover, then shoot if I could. I mean, it's all situational, but once again, that just comes from years of shooting and confidence. I mean, from a weird way, like LA, do you even practice firing your gun, like pulling it?
I go to the range like once a month.
Like, do you practice
to do.
taking it out of your holster, like getting ready to go? Do you practice reloading ever?
I don't feel like if I'm in that situation, I'll have time to reload.
Okay.
But
See, if
I
you practice-
definitely have not practiced that now.
Like when I carry, I also half the time I have a secondary clip holder that I bring with me, and like I can go from my empty mag to a new mag in like a second and a half, 2 seconds max.
That's just
I
stupid.
I don't I didn't I didn't feel as though I would be, if in the situation, getting that many shots off. I feel like it will be a bam bam, and if you're down, we are now calling the police. If we ever got to that point, like, I pray I never have to use my firearm, and if
Me
it ever
too.
got to the point where I did have to use it, like my life or my family's life is in immediate danger. And it is going to be solved then and there. It's not like, oh, I'm having this shootout with some dude. Like, no, fuck that. If I have time to have a shootout with somebody, I can get the fuck home. Like,
Fair.
yeah.
See, I respect that position. And this goes back to what I mentioned earlier with the constitutional carry. Like, if you don't feel comfortable, I would rather you not involve yourself in the situation. Because that's best for everybody. I guess that's just how I look at it.
It's also
That's wild,
crazy.
though.
I don't know if so. Wait, you said like what Ohio has done with their gun law, making it that everybody is that the same thing for Indiana?
They did it shortly after Ohio, but I got my concealed carry license
Far
long before that happened. And even if I didn't, I would have still gotten it because like we go to Michigan and stuff and all those other things, like they don't have constitutional carry there, but I can still carry my pistol there.
Yeah.
So it was also just a convenience thing for me.
Even if little known facts some people don't know about, you can fly with your concealed carry weapon. However, you have to
Mhm.
check it in, and they put in like a little thing, and you put it in your bag.
You have to
So
have
if
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
yeah, so if you are going flying, like you don't always have to drive just to carry a gun. Like if you're lawfully carrying your weapon, they just check your stuff. It's that simple. It's less of a headache. Like you just constitutionally carrying, you pull up with a gun to the fucking airport, you know what they're gonna do to you? Like, are you ready for that?
Arrest you instantly.
And you've missed your plane ride to Florida. Now what?
That's
But it-
also another thing. Like you also got to remember, like even in the sense that you do got your carrying concealed, you also have to make sure that state that you're flying to also recognizes it,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So
reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
and they will stop you at the airport with that as well.
Yeah, and you can't like when we're going to Vegas and whatnot because Vegas is a handgun free. You cannot. It won't let you check it going to a state where they don't allow it. Like you can't fly with your gun into New York City.
Yeah.
So there are rules, obviously, but yeah. When we go to fly to our cruise and whatnot, I was planning on just flying with it.
I would have thought Las Vegas, Nevada in general, you would have been able to. I would have thought.
Yeah, and just not in Las Vegas.
Not
just
in
a
Las
Las-
Vegas, just other
yeah, you-
parts of Nevada.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
No.
That would get very convoluted to me right there.
I mean, it's really not hard. They give you a map, tells you all those things. It's all online. I mean, it's really not that bad.
It's a Google search away, baby. It's not hard to be lawful.
All right.